Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World, the Black Business School, and I wanted to hit you guys up real quick and share a morning thought that I had that has to do with Nipsey Hussle and Lauren London. A lot of people are talking about this, and including myself, because I think that the best way to teach, you guys know I've been teaching finance for a really long time, on college campuses, and I believe that the best way to teach is to take real life and to find real life lessons in real life situations. And so it doesn't get more real than the Nipsey Hussle situation. And I find that the best way to teach the Black community or to connect on different financial topics is not to take people away from where they already are. It's to find out where they are and meet them there. And so with the Nipsey Hussle situation, the Lauren London, given that everybody on the internet is talking about it, it is what it is. I personally think that I hope for a day, actually, though, where Black folks will spend as much time talking about, our future, our education, our children, things like that, our wealth. We'll spend as much time talking about that as we spend talking about what celebrities got going on. Because celebrities, celebrities have their own stuff happening already. They don't really need much from you. But in terms of who we are and where we are and where we're trying to go and what we're trying to accomplish, I think it's really important that we generally as a community start sort of maturing a little bit. I think somebody described it pretty accurately when he actually said that the Black community is sort of like a group of teenagers. And I thought, and obviously that's kind of a tough pill to swallow, but it's kind of true. He said that basically Black folks are sort of stuck in talking about celebrities, which, Beyonce had a baby. There are more people that would know actually that Beyonce had a baby than there are people that would know, how to invest in their 401k or how to secure their children's financial future. And I will tell you that that's a dangerous mindset to have. That's a dangerous place to be psychologically. And I don't think that we're going to benefit as a community if we don't kind of grow out of that a little bit. And so anyway, if you haven't hit the thumbs up button or the subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button, the thumbs up button, all that good stuff, so that we can actually support intelligent Black media. My goal is to, in my lifetime, try to hopefully raise the collective IQ of our community. So there's a couple of thoughts that came to mind that I wanted to share with you guys that related to Lauren London, Nipsey Hussle, and all that other stuff. The first thought is, first, where did this come from? Well, a lot of people were criticizing Lauren London for not securing the bag. There was a lady who did a video online, and a lot of people actually responded to it. And they were basically saying, Lauren London was not financially smart because she didn't secure the bag. She didn't marry Nipsey Hussle before he died. So effectively, that makes her silly, and I was looking at the other comments to see, I was wondering to myself, I said, I wonder how all the other women on the channel feel about this, and a lot of women were agreeing with it. A lot of women felt that Lauren London, was not very smart, that it's not financially intelligent to go, to be with somebody, and God forbid you actually just love them and you're not trying to get some of their money. And I saw that to be a little bit problematic because I think it kind of creates sort of a superficial landscape when it comes to what it means to actually have a relationship with another person. There's some things that should be more important than money, but at the same time, there's a practical reality, that financial security matters and all this other stuff. But the thing about that was interesting to me is that, I think that there were a couple of thoughts. One is that there is there's an interesting sort of thing that where people, I think, a lot of people tend to feel that marriage is one of the only ways to obtain financial security. That if you don't, if you don't secure the bag, so to speak, like if you don't line up and get married to somebody, that you can't have financial security. And I think that's kind of silly. First and foremost, anybody who thinks you have to get married to be financially secure, that you got to put up with somebody and be with them for life so you can have financial security, I think they're making a mistake if they think that, right? The idea that you have to be married in order to become financially secure is kind of an antiquated concept. It's something that maybe people believed in, 1932 or who are 18, 45. I think that there are many ways women can obtain financial security. Men too can obtain financial security without being married. That's the first thing. You learn, you get your own financial literacy, you make your own investments, you get your own assets. And I think Lauren London, it appears that she kind of did that. You can never tell how much money entertainers actually have, but I got the sense that she's made some money in her lifetime. So she's probably secured her own bag. The other thing too is that they have, life insurance policies. They have living wills. You have contracts that you can create, assets you can own together, businesses you can own together. Lots of different ways you can put your name on things that will secure you financially. You don't have to get married to somebody and have sex with them for the rest of your life and deal with their stuff, their personality for the rest of your life, and commit right now for the rest of your life just to have financial security. That's kind of an expensive way to get something that can actually be obtained pretty easily. So that was the first thought that went through my mind was, that, I think people need to understand that there are a lot of ways to get financial security that go beyond just marrying somebody that you don't want to be married to. The second thing is, a marriage is supposed to be about this thing. I know I probably sound crazy when I bring this up, but I've heard of this thing called love. And and there are some people that would say, maybe marriage ain't supposed to be about securing the bag. Marriage is, when you say things like that, oh, girl, you should have secured the bag. What you're really kind of doing is you're referring to a man or a woman in some case, because you got a lot of wealthy women out here. You're referring to that person. You're reducing them to kind of like a piece of meat. You're almost talking about this person, your relationship with this person, almost like it's an NFL contract. Hey, dog, you should have got that guaranteed money, man. You should have got that guaranteed money, dog. Like really, it's not like it's not like you're signing a contract with the Cleveland Browns or the Buffalo Bills. Where you're trying to figure out how much money is guaranteed and how much you get with bonuses and incentives and trying to sign the deal before the spring training camp is over. You're not trying to do that. You're trying to actually form a meaningful, relevant bond with another human being. So, I'll tell you what, most people I know who are financially intelligent, one thing that they understand is that the minute that you obtain a lot of money, there's always somebody out there trying to get it. There's always somebody who sees your bag and they say, I'm going to secure that bag. I want that son of a bitch's bag. I want that person's bag. And so what ultimately will occur is that if people get a sense that you see a marriage as simply an opportunity to secure the bag, they're not going to give you that bag. They're not, it's just like if a woman knows that a man is just trying to get close to her so he can have some sex, then she's going to be sexually stingy with him in many cases. She's going to say, well, now you ain't getting nothing, because now you're letting me know that all you see me as an opportunity to get something that you want personally. You're not even thinking about what we're both going to get out of it, what you can do for me, what I can do for you, how we can help each other. You're thinking about how you can secure my bag. So basically, I think that whole critique of Lauren London and Nipsey Hussle and all that, for not getting married, I think that was kind of a bogus critique. I think that was unfair. I also think that when you talk about other people's relationships, you got to be careful because there's a lot of unknown variables that we're not aware of. And so the reason I talk about this issue is not from a gossipy standpoint, but because I believe that the best way for me as a finance professor, and I've been teaching college students for 25 years, the best way for me to teach the Black community the importance of money and how to understand money is to figure out what they're already talking about and to help them understand how everything that you go through in life, almost everything, I'd say 70-80% of everything that Black people talk about when we're talking about celebrities or whatever has a financial angle to it, and there's a teachable moment there. There's an opportunity for everybody to learn. And so I see the world as a laboratory. I see the whole world as a place where I can do lots of teaching, more teaching than I ever did when I was in a classroom at Syracuse University. The only difference is that you don't have to pay $60,000 a year in order to hear the things that I'm teaching. You can actually, take a class at the Black Business School for $3 or $4 a day or something and learn 10 times more, because I'm actually freer to talk about these topics in a wide variety of contexts. And that's how you actually learn. That's how I learned finance, was by applying it to real life, applying it to things like marriage, applying it to things like, like my job and how, racism is a killer for Black people and how it affects you psychologically and physically and all these other things. So anyway, so if you ever wonder, because I get a lot of people that don't understand me. They come back and they're like, "Why, Doc? Why are you always gossiping? Why are you talking about gossip?" I'm like, well, because that's what everybody's talking about. And I think that they're it's like when you're trying to communicate with your kids, you look at what they're interested in and you say, well, let's talk about college, how in terms of how it relates to what you're doing right now, or with the football field, or whatever it is you're trying to do. That I think it has been very successful, and it's what helps me reach millions of people. Whereas a lot of scholars, they're keeping their best ideas locked away in the ivory tower or in dusty academic journals that nobody reads. I want to be a scholar of the people. I like being out here in the world. I think it's a lot of fun. So that's why. So if you want to know why I talk about Nipsey Hussle and all that, it's because I'm a black man too. I live in the black community too. I'm a wealth builder too. A lot of those concepts that he was teaching, these are things that I agree with. And I'm glad that we have rappers that are teaching these things. And what I really want is I want us listening to everybody. I want us to listen to the rappers and the scholars and not the ignorant rappers, but I want us to listen to the rappers that are going to help make us better people, make us create a better community, not the ones that are out here just preaching white supremacist nonsense, so that's it. So that's all I want to share with you guys. I'm out of here. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins. Make sure, if you haven't done that, make sure you hit the like button, share button, subscribe button. Also, if you're interested in getting your wealth building journey started, feel free to go to blackmoney101.com. That's blackmoney101.com. It's a program I have online where I teach all different aspects of wealth building, and it's an amazing program. There's just dozens of hours of really extraordinary content. I think you guys are going to like it a lot. So blackmoney101.com. I'm out of here, guys. Have a good day. I'll see you soon. Peace.